Shalom, family. How y'all doing? This is White Raptor News Ministries. Today we're going to talk about no good deed goes unpunished. So I'm going to have, in order to talk about no good deed goes unpunished, then I got to talk a little bit about my life and what's happened. Particularly, I want to talk about the last 7 years of my life since I started searching and seeking for the Spirit of God. Okay, probably about 2018, 2017, I left here. I was going to walk across America, quit my job because I just was searching for the Spirit of God. Nothing meant anything to me anymore. Money didn't mean anything to me. Material assets, the shiny new car, the home that I live in, none of it meant anything to me anymore, man, because I was desperately seeking for the truth. So I started on my way. And somewhere along the line, my uncle heard that I was going to walk across America, and he gave me a call on the phone. He says, "Hey, I hear that you're getting ready to shoot around America, man. That's pretty awesome, man. Would you like to make a little money before you go?" So, yeah, that's what I said. I said, "Sure, I'll come on out." So I go out to my uncle's house, and my uncle owns a couple of homes, has a couple of properties. Well, this property was completely shot out, holes in the wall. The tile floor was all ripped up. It was just cement in there. There was no carpet in the house. The AC unit was shot. The fixtures were all shot. The showers were all shot. The bathroom upstairs, the main master bedroom, was all shot. There was no AC, no water unit or anything in it. The whole house had to be remodeled. So I go out there and I start in. I lay tile. I put carpet in. I replace the fixtures. Fix all the holes in the wall. I line the stairwell with new carpeting. I paint the house. I clean the backyard. I did about $15,000 worth of work, maybe a little bit more, but roughly right around there. It would have only been about $12,000, but no sooner did I get the house completed, the water unit that my uncle had installed popped the hose on that thing, and it started spewing water out like at 11 gallons a minute, right? Just. And I don't know where the water valve, the main, is to shut this thing off. So the whole house gets freaking soaked. The bedroom with the new carpet that I just laid and everything gets fucking soaked. It destroys the master bedroom and stuff. It didn't destroy the tile where I just laid it in the bathroom and everything, but it leaked through underneath the thing, went down into the kitchen area, and dropped the size of this room. It dropped the whole roof. It filled with water that much, man, and then it dropped the whole roof, and then it fell down on the fucking wood flooring. So the wood flooring had to be fucking sanded down and dried out and fucking blown, and then it was starting to warp. So pieces of the board had to be replaced. So I ended up fixing all that. Now I did ask my Uncle Clint for an extra $500 for the air. He didn't give it to me, and I don't care. Okay, fine. Wasn't about money for me. Remember, money doesn't mean anything to me, folks. Okay? Money is worthless. It's monopoly money. It means absolutely nothing. It's not going to get you into the kingdom of heaven. It's only going to make your life here a little easier on this plane of existence. And if that's what it is that you're serving, then you're going to be left in the eternal fire. Money isn't going to get you there. So back to no good deed goes unpunished. I've remodeled the whole unit, and it's done, and it looks great, man. It's ready to rock and roll. So I start on my way, and my uncle does me a favor. He drops me off at St. George, Utah, which is probably about two hours from Vegas. He dropped me right off at the bottom thing, and then I stayed there in St. George, Utah overnight, and probably about, I don't know, a few days later, I landed myself in Loa, Utah, where I met this man by the name of Robin Smith. Robin, all praise and glory to the mighty Most High. I hope I get a chance to see you again to bring you some new information. Now, when I met Robin, I was high on the flat earth thing. I was into the pineal gland, I was into flat earth, I was into the moon landings, I was into all these things that I've learned now that we've been taught and indoctrinated with at a young age are a lie. And that's a pretty hard concept to deal with, especially when you now understand that these things are truly a lie that we've been taught. And when you try to share it with others, that's what you get. You get flattened, man. You get talked to the palm. We've been through all this before. That's not true. You're insane. You get called names, all that stuff. Well, guess what? I don't take any kind of grief from anybody at all when it comes to talking about the flat earth. I know absolutely 100% without any question of a doubt, absolutely, the plane of existence we live on is under a firmament that the Spirit of God created to divide the waters from above us, the waters above us, from the waters below us. So I meet Robin, and I've taken pictures of all the work that I've done at my uncle's house and everything, and I'm showing Robin all this work, and he's like, "Well, hey man, I got some projects at my house. You know, if you want to stick around, you know, if you're not in any kind of hurry and you're just wandering through." And I thought, what the hell, man? So he takes me home to his house. He introduces me to all his family and everything, and he lets me stay in his camper that's out there. And I stayed there for probably about 6 weeks. And he paid me about $150 a week. My skill set level, folks, man, is I can build a fucking house from the ground up, man. You understand that? I am skilled. I don't have my contractor's license. They'd want to slam me with all their fucking inspector's fees and all that fucking shit. But when it comes to the construction of building something, I have the skills that fucking can repair and fix shit, dude. I do it. So he took me to his house, and he shows me everything that needs to be done. His whole house has to be remodeled. He has literally taken a piece of drywall and tried to put it over old shaft pieces of wood. This house was so old originally when it was built. It was built like with logs underneath of the wall. And these logs were sticking out a little bit further than the wall that he was trying to put in and build over. So I had to take all the drywall off. I had to shave all that fucking shit down where it was lower. I mean, I had to take like an inch and a half of these different areas where this wood and stuff was all. I had to shave it all down, man, so it would lay flat. So I got the room all taken care of. I got the I'm taking the stairs. I've already dropped the floor 2.5 feet. Right, I've turned his loft into a bedroom now, a sizable bedroom, where before you would have had to walk around in like this. You know, I dropped that floor so low that he could walk in the center, and you'd have to turn your head when you're closer to the walls, but at least you didn't have to walk under there like this, right? So I dropped the floor. I'm doing this is a $50,000 to $75,000 remodel. Once that floor came down, man, that's a $20,000 job right there for anybody else to get in there and do that kind of shit. So I dropped the floor, and there's a power box that needs to be readjusted because the floor has come down now. It's not hanging properly. And Robin, I don't know, that's the only thing that I really don't know much about, guys, is electricity. I don't know how to lay a cable box. I don't know much about that shit. So Robin was the one that rewired everything. He's the one that dropped the power box and everything. And we'd been working on the house I'd been working on the house for about 3 or 4 weeks by this point in time. And I just got the floor dropped down for him. And he had to adjust that. Well, while all this is going on, his wife's daughter, their daughter together, is having a baby in the hospital. Poor woman. God, all praise and glory. That woman was in the hospital for 3 days in labor, man. Could you imagine that? 3 days in labor. Holy simoleons. So, finally, after she has the baby, Robin's wife comes home. right? And we've been working day in, day out. This man goes to work, busts his freaking hump all freaking day long, and then came in and worked on the house with me for a couple hours. What a man. A good man. Robin was a good man. He serves Jesus, but he's still a good man. So, I mean, for what I know of Robin, I'd like to get together with him and share with him what I know today. So anyways, Robin has dropped this electrical box, and it's not hooked up. There's no electricity in the house. And his wife comes home from the hospital after 3 days. She hasn't even been home for 3 days. She walks inside of the house. She hits the light switch for her coffee maker and sees that there's no power. And immediately, she fucking just starts going off. I mean, like, where the fuck are you at, man? Fucking looking for her. Why the fuck ain't there any power in the fucking house? Just making a fucking stink. I mean, a fucking stink. I was upstairs and I heard her fucking going off about all this shit, man. So I kindly walked myself down there. And, she's screaming at frickin' Robin, so I don't get in the middle of it or anything. I wait until they're done, until she's fucking done with her fucking rant. Why the fuck ain't the power on? Well, the fucking power ain't on, you fucking stupid little haggot, because the fucking power box had to be fucking dropped. But I didn't tell her that. I say that in this kind of tone right now, because this is about no good deed goes unpunished. So she comes in ranting and fucking raving and making a fucking scene about the fucking power not being on. And after she's done ripping her husband's ass off about it, I mean, he ran immediately upstairs and starts hooking up all the power and stuff so she could have her coffee machine before she fucking went to work. That's how fucking haughty, proud, arrogant, and fucking nasty you piece of shit fucking women are, man. You're ungrateful about anything that's ever fucking being done for you. All you can do is fucking bitch. And that's what it fucking means. No good deed goes unpunished. So I went down there nice. Because I'm serving God. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I'm trying to talk with people with respect. And the more I find you talk with people with respect, the more they're fucking gonna crush your fucking ass. The more you turn the other fucking cheek, the more they're gonna slap you. The more you turn around and forgive your fucking brother, the more he's gonna throw a spike in your fucking back. That New Testament was fucking written to effeminate a man and make you guys soft. That's why they're trying to remove the Old Testament. I live by the Old Testament, folks. I know the New Testament, but I don't go by the New Testament writings. I'm not one that turns the other cheek. You slap my fucking cheek, I'm going to drill your fucking teeth down your mouth. That's a fact. You better knock me the fuck out if you fucking slap me, motherfucker, because I'm 60 years old and I'm going to that fucking fast. If I'm standing in fucking front of you, I'm going to lay you out so fucking fast if you slap me and I'm standing there in front of you. So this fucking fat fucking turd bitch of a fucking woman has the balls to fucking start bitching about the power being turned off. So I walk down there and I'm all nice and I'm kind and I say, hey, I don't even remember her fucking fat fucking name, man. She's so fucking piggish. I'm serious. This woman's a 275 fucking pound turd. A turd. So I walk down there and I tell her, well, I heard that you were upset and everything about the power and everything, and I thought that I'd just explain to you why it was off. When I dropped the floor the other day, the box wasn't right. It had to be readjusted and lined so that I could set the new drywall and stuff. Rob and I worked on it all night, so I'm sorry that it wasn't turned on for you, but he's going to go ahead and he's going to get that taken care of you and everything, right? And that's how I talked to her. That's how respectful I was with her. That's how I approached it and everything. And guess what? Fucking the very next day, Robin's telling me I gotta fucking go. And then I just contacted one of their kids, and I just now heard, well, I don't know how long ago this message was sent, but I heard that he was finally putting the roof on the place that he lived at. So he, and he's like, you could tell that this was news that he did not want to deliver to me, man. His head was down, man. He's like, dude, I don't know what you said to my wife, man, but clearly you pissed her the fuck off and she doesn't want you here anymore, man. You gotta go. So, no problem at all, man. Fuck, you know. So I was there for like almost 2 months, and he paid me $600. I did like fucking $15,000 worth of work. I wasn't even nowhere close to being finished. This house had so much fucking work to be, and I was going to remodel the whole fucking thing for them, man. By the time I was done, they might have spent $2,000 or $3,000 for my time being there. They would have let me stay in their trailer. They would have fed me the food and paid me $2,000 or $3,000 for a couple of months. I was all right. I'm not seeking money, man. I'm just wanting to do good deeds for people. So I head on out, and I'm cruising on down the road, man, and I didn't set my fucking tent up early enough. I waited until too late to set up my fucking tent, and the fucking mosquitoes got to me. Well, before that, I left on my way, man, and it was a hot, hellacious freaking day, and I was just pouring out sweat. I had plenty of water, but I needed cold water. My body wasn't absorbing the water, man, and I was starting to feel sick. So I went underneath of an overpass. I peeled off all of my clothes down to my skivvies. I poured some water on me and, put it all over me, hoping that there would be some kind of breeze that would come through that tunnel, because I was underneath of an overpass. I was hoping for some kind of breeze, some kind of relief. And I passed out, and when I woke up, I was covered from head to toes in mosquitoes. I mean, I had literally tens of thousands of mosquitoes that were just sucking at me, man. I did this, man, this cloud of mosquitoes just take off, right? So I get all these, I am ate up, folks, to the point of malaria. That's how sick I fucking got. I started to get on the road the next day. I was so deathly sick, man. Deathly sick. So I was so sick, I gave all my shit away. I had my bike, I had my bike trailer, I had all my fucking survival gear, my knives, everything. I had it all. I was so sick, I sold that shit for $100 and called my uncle Clint back up on the phone again. No good deed goes unpunished. Called my Uncle Clint back up on the phone again. I left on beautiful terms when I left my uncle's house. His house was all remodeled. It was all beautiful. Everybody was thumbs up, man. Everybody was happy. Everybody went on their merry way. So I called my Uncle Clint up because I was sick. And from Moab, Utah, I had to catch the bus and take it back to my uncle's house. So my uncle let me stay there at his house, and it took me like 2 weeks before I could even move or get up off that couch. I had never been so, this was a weird sick, this was a in the head sickness, man. Like my brain was constantly doing this, it was just unstable, and I really felt sick. It took me 2 weeks. Even to this day, sometimes on my forehead, still feels like I have them mosquito bites, man. I got those freaking bumps on my head. That's how bad it was. So after I started healing and recovering from this malaria that these fucking mosquitoes had all put on me, I started doing what I do. The house was a mess. It was a mess when I arrived. I cleaned the house completely. Okay, my uncle has a roommate that's there, man. And my uncle's roommate, I had just cleaned the entire house, man. On my hands and knees, the tile in the house, nasty, fucking cat food on the floor, dinners, just nastiness on the floor from spillover from cooking dinners that never been cleaned up or stuff. I can't be around that shit, man. So I do what I do. I started cleaning my uncle's house. I cleaned the fucking floor. I cleaned the fucking bathroom. I cleaned the fucking kitchen. I cleaned the outside. I cleaned the garage. I made the house spectacularly clean again. Without being asked, would you do anything? Will you do this for me? Will you do that for me? I just got up and I did it out of the freaking kindness of my heart. So I cleaned the entire freaking house. And then and I asked my uncle, I said, so when I called him up on the phone, I told him that I was sick and what was going on. And I asked him, I said, would you, have you guys, has Joseph, his roommate, took over where I left off, to do his bathroom. because his bathroom had to be all remodeled and stuff. They had to have a shower put inside of it. The tile had to be laid inside of the shower and everything. So it's like, when I called him, I said, have you started your bathroom? He's, no, we haven't done anything with it. And I said, well, when I feel up to it, I'll go ahead and I'll start working on your bathroom, man. So, the bathroom itself was another $3,000 or $4,000 project and stuff. So I'm in the bathroom after being sick for 2 weeks. Now my uncle's, he started, you can see that his hand has been in the work, because now I got to come behind him and fix everything that he screwed. What do I mean? Because he put the cement board up, and then he placed epoxy in the cracks of the cement board. And then he didn't sand it off, he didn't wipe it off, he didn't make it level, he just left it there. So you have all these notches that were where the the cement board came together, and you had this epoxy. So I had to sand the epoxy down to get it level so the tile would lay flat to the cement board. Well, my uncle's roommate comes inside of the bathroom, and he's like, fucking close the door when you're fucking doing this shit, man. You got shit fucking flying all over the house. That's exactly how he came in and talked to me. So rather than, just coming in and saying, hey, bro, I'm going to close this door here, man, because you got shit coming inside of the house, I think your uncle's got a mask. There was a mask, okay, laying right there, but I just had the bathroom window open and the door open, and I was working kind of at the back part of the bathroom, not really thinking that the door's over here or anything. So yeah, the guy has a point. He could have came in and he could have told me then, hey, I'm going to close this, but he didn't. He came in and he fucking talked to me like he's the owner of the fucking house. He came in and he talked to me like fucking shit. And I'm like, well, so that's how he talked, and he turned right around and he walked out, and it ding! What did it do? It struck a nerve. I mean, I'm a 190-pound man, all right? This guy's like a 140-pound fucking tweaker and shit, man. I could have picked him up and fucking threw him straight through a fucking wall, right? So he ends up stabbing me. So I go back out there and I say, because he offered me some information, how I should be doing this. He said, you should be wet sanding the epoxy. Well, see, he don't fucking know anything. He ain't been in there fucking working on it like he should do. He lives at my fucking uncle's house for free. He fucking does nothing. He's been at my uncle's house for fucking damn near 15 years, and that motherfucker's never paid him fucking a rent. Month, nothing. Yeah, he'll throw him a little bit of money here, throw him a little bit of money there, but no consistency. Here's fucking $300 a month. For 15 years, he's lived off of the backbone of my uncle and my aunt, and he's lived there. And with his kids, his kids that come over on the weekends. So he's telling me, oh, you need to wet sand that, because there's, clouds of fucking epoxy going through the house because I got this electric sander on it trying to sand it down, man. And he's like, you should be wet sanding that, man. Fucking, you got shit all over the fucking house. Like he's some general contractor or he's my boss. So he goes out there in the room and I'm like, fucking right. So then I'm like, nah, fuck that, man. He ain't coming in here and talking to me like no fucking bitch. So what did I do? Calmly, I go out there and I said, hey, bro, man. Maybe I did something wrong, you said that I should wet sand that. Could you show me? And he said, yeah, I'll show you, man. So he goes and grabs a bucket, goes in the back room, and then I look at my uncle and one of his friends that are still sitting there, and I said, watch, he's going to be coming out of that bathroom here in about fucking 30 seconds, and he's going to be saying, oh, that has to be sanded. And that's exactly what happened. He come right the fuck out 30 seconds later on cue, man, and says, oh, man, I didn't know that was an epoxy. That has to be sanded. Yeah, I said, yeah, so don't ever fucking talk to me like I'm your fucking bitch again, dude. You don't know fucking what the shit's going on. Keep your trap fucking shut. So then the next fucking day, he's all fucking eye skull fucking me and shit, like all bad and stuff, like he's gonna fucking whoop my ass. So I told him straight in the face, I said, dude, you ever fucking look at me with your cross eyes again, I'm gonna fucking rip your head off your shoulders. So the very next morning, we're walking down the hallway. He's giving me them eyes going, let's go outside, motherfucker. Granted, I jumped on him first. I was going to rip his fucking head off just like I told him. I don't tell somebody I'm going to do something and not fucking follow through with it. We ended up in a laundry room, and I jumped up on him, and I got him in a rear naked choke. Well, I didn't have my legs around him yet, and then that's when he went, and he stabbed me twice in the chest. He knew what he was going to do. He already had that fucking knife in hand. Plus, he already knows that I am a second-degree black belt in martial arts, man. I was gonna choke him out, man. Maybe pop him a couple times on his eyes while he's fucking passed out and black in his eyes. Maybe bust his nose a couple, just a couple light little punches in the fucking face. So yeah, he fucking stabs me in the chest. And I told my uncle right then and there, man, you watch, he's going to come out. He's going to realize that he was wrong about everything, right? And then what? What happens? My uncle tells me that I'm causing discord in the fucking house and I'm creating all this disharmony. Do you know that this fucking piece of shit motherfucker had the balls to come out right after I just spent like 6 hours that day on my hands and knees, scrubbing the fucking floor, scrubbing the bathrooms, cleaning the fucking walls, scrubbing the fucking fixtures, cleaning the fucking ring around the fucking tub, cleaning it like a fucking professional. Now I'm out in the backyard, I've got everything put away, man. Everything's in its place and it's nice and clean, and I'm sweeping up the floor. I got the dustpan and I'm dusting it all, and I'm throwing it in the trash can that's right fucking there. And this piece of shit comes out and fucking pops some fucking peanuts just as I pour the fucking shit into the thing and shucks them on the ground right in fucking front of me with the trash can right there that he just saw me dump that shit in. Tell me that ain't fucking Satan. No good deed goes unpunished. This is how my fucking life has been. If you have a child that just can't seem to fucking figure it out, it's because they got the seed of Satan on them. If you got a fucking parent that just can't figure this shit out, it's because they have the seed of Satan on them. What do you think it means when it says in the Bible that when the Lord, the Spirit, said to Satan that I shall place your seed between you and the woman? Why? What occurred? What happened that day? Well, Satan came in. Adam, the first Adam, okay? He's hiding himself, okay? That first man, Adam, is the one that laid down with Eve, all right? And they fornicated, and Cain was the first Nephilim that was born into this reality construct. And then Cain had the ability to go on and continue to breed more Nephilim among those that were created on the sixth day that were phantoms. You see, Satan, when it says that we are the seed of Satan, don't you get it? Satan on this realm calls himself God. You see, the Lord says that you shall have no other gods beside me. So the very word God in the Bible is horrendous. The word God in the Bible has so many different variations. It has so many different meanings. It has the meaning of Elohim. It has the meaning of Theos. It has the meaning of a magistrate. It has the meaning of a man. It's generally always a man. Always. I'm going to turn the AC on. Give me 1 second. So, this deed, if you have somebody who just can't figure this plane of existence out, it's because they have the seed of Satan on them. The seed of Satan is the one that calls himself God. You must understand that the Lord, the self-existing, eternal creator, is not God on this plane of existence. The Lord is just the title that I told you. He is the self-existing, eternal creator. Say that. He is one God. He tells you over and over in the Old Testament, in the law that was given, that you are to have no other gods beside him. So the very word gods in the Bible is subject. You must know who, what, and when it's talking about the spirit versus a man. You see, God on this plane of existence are men that call themselves gods, that were creations of God that fell from their posts. So now you got a little bit of taste of no good deed goes unpunished. Let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, my daughter now, she's 35 years old. She's had 4 kids from 4 different fathers. Okay? And with each child that she had from a different father, she received a reprimand from me. I reprimanded her. I admonished her. I told her that her actions were not, great. So she, when she had her 3rd child from her 3rd father, I really laid into her. I laid into her on the 2nd one, not so bad on the 2nd one, but the 3rd one I laid into her so hard, man. We didn't talk to one another until just a week ago. A week ago, we made contact with one another after 11 years. What was the contact before that 11 years ago? Dad, please, please, Dad, get me out of here. I can't take Utah anymore. Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just come and help me. Please get me out of here. I'll do anything. Yeah. So, Dad does what she's begging for. I'd asked her to give me a little bit of time. I had a little bit of money saved up at that particular point in time. Every time I get fucking money saved up, somebody comes along fucking needing some help. And guess what? I'm there to do it. Because the fucking money don't mean fucking shit to me. It never fucking has. Now I realize that. Money is only a means to survive. If your value and worth is compared to the size of a man's pocketbook, you are a loser. If you're a woman that tells your children to just go out and, experience life, date different men, fuck them all, man. As many as you possibly can before you make that decision. That's right. Fill your fucking coochie full of semen so you don't know how to love. Because that's what happens when you do that kind of shit. You don't have the ability to love any longer, man. You're stripped of that true emotional. The Spirit of God has stripped it from you. Do you understand that from the very time that you laid down, have you ever been told this from any of your parents or a minister, that from the very moment you lay down with the first person and you consummate his seed inside of your womb, that you guys, by the law and commandments of the Lord, are married to one another? And if you don't have to be married in this world. That's just a way to extort fucking money from you. That's just a fucking lie. Okay, you don't need any man to marry you. You don't need anybody at all to fucking walk you down the fucking aisle. You don't need any of that shit. The minute you do the that shit, that's your wife for the rest of your fucking life. And if that woman you just kick to the curb, and then you're down the street to the fucking next one, that's what you're fucking, that's your first committing of adultery. And then you go on the rest of your entire life committing adultery against the Spirit of God. Not me. Baby, my child, if you're listening to this, has nothing to do with me. It has to deal with you being brought up without the Spirit of God on you. None. Zero. And then you try to pretend that God is good to you. And tell me God is good to you after 11 years. Guess what? So I moved my daughter down here to California. I get her own fucking room at another place, which put me in a bad mood because I wanted to save the money to get my own place so that my daughter and I could live together. The place that I was living didn't permit me to have my daughter and her baby. I was renting a room myself from someone else, so I didn't have the space. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. It wasn't my house, and so it wasn't available for me, and I didn't have all the money I needed to go out and throw a first down payment, first month, and all the fucking shit that's required to get the power turned on and all that. In California back then, 25 years ago, folks, it cost you fucking $3,000 or $4,000 to move into a place of your own. I had $2,000. That's why I told my daughter, give me a couple months, man, and I'll get you out of there. Fucking 4 days later, she called me up on, Dad, I can't take it anymore. Get me out of here, please. I'll do anything. So I said, all right, man, I'll send you some money. So I sent her fucking $500 so she could move here to this house, my dad's house, until I got the money together. 3 days after she's been here, Dad, I can't take it anymore. Just fucking whining and whimpering and begging and anything, Dad, I'll do anything. Putting me in a bad fucking situation, man, and I fucking did it. Why? Because she was my daughter. I did that selflessly. Alright? So I go and pick her up. Now I'm in a bad fucking situation. I really don't have a fucking place to take her. So I call one of my friends up, who I should have never called up. That's a mistake on my fucking part. I never should have fucking sent her over to that fucking hoe's house. But she was the hoe that I was occasionally, every now and then, that I was banging, man. So she helped me out. She had a small little room. And I rented that room for my daughter for $500 a month. So now the money that I was capable of saving for a couple of months, you know, if she would have given me 2 months, we could have got our own fucking place together. But her fucking give it to me right now attitude fucked us both. Because I really would have liked a chance at that point in time for my daughter and I to be able to live together, me be able to be a part of my grandson's life. That was something that was very, very appealing to me, which is also one of the reasons why I went ahead and I tried to get her out here within 2 weeks from her phone call. She was in her own place with her own room, doing her own thing, away from her dad, being able to be her own person. But guess what? Like every fucking thing else, she and my fucking friend aren't getting along. Gold fucking figure. The two of them just can't get along. So my daughter ends up fucking leaving, and I don't even know she fucking left. She didn't even call me. She didn't fucking say, hey, Dad, thank you for the break from Utah. I'm going back. No, but she's selfless. She's not a selfish person at all, by no means at all, man. Not my child. She's the most selfless person that I've ever had the endeavors of bringing into this world here, man. She has chopped me down from one fucking time to another, man. No good deed goes unpunished, man. I jumped through hoops for 2 fucking years through the social services, man, to get my daughter back, while the mother was running a fucking muck, still in her fucking drinking, still in her fucking drugging. I'm testing pot, I'm testing clean. No fucking positive tests at all, man. For 2 years, I tested clean once a week. I fucking went to AA for these fucking people. I got a job. I got the home. I got the place. I fucking completed my reunification plan to what? Only be struck down by that fucking cunt, Leah Khan. Your time's coming, Leah. Boy, oh boy. Boy, you better hope you repent, woman, because when the Spirit of God lays your fucking soul down at my fucking feet, yeah, you're the fucking kind of people that are going to pay the most dearest. I couldn't touch what the Spirit of God can do, but I sure would appreciate it if he lays your ass at my feet before he does what he's going to do to you. Let me have my little fucking time. So, they didn't give me my kid after 2 years. That fucking little Leia cunt fucking stood in front of that fucking judge and says, though Mr. Carpenter has made great strides, Your Honor, and has done brilliance and has completed his reunification, completed his reunification, we still want to him in the rear end and take his kid away from him. He's not ready for his child. Bullshit, I wasn't ready. I jumped through fucking hoops for these parasites for 2 years. Anybody that was involved in that case, any attorney that you guys, because none of you fucking think about it, because that's all you fucking pieces of shit do, is you destroy the fabric of the household. You destroy the fucking family. You guys are in place for that very fucking reason. You are not here as a social service to help a family get back together and reunification and reunite them. You are purposely in the way to make sure that A parent that loves their child doesn't have the ability to love that child. You take that love away. What did they do? They gave after I jumped through fucking hoops and I'm getting ready to get rewarded and stuff, they don't give me my child back. And what do the courts decide to do? Give the child back to the mother who didn't fucking drug test, fucking running in her fucking muck, still her fucking lying, still her fucking cheating, still her fucking drugging and partying and fucking everything else. And they gave my kid back to that. No good deed goes unpunished. Oh, of course, my daughter, she didn't fucking help too much. After everything that I'd done, she used to say to me things like, "I'm Daddy's little girl. I love you so much, Daddy. You're so special to me. I'd do anything in the world for you." As she stands in the courtroom and says, "I want to go and live with my mommy. I'm so selfless. I want to live with my mommy." That's what they did. They sent her to mom. That's right. So years and years go by. Years and years go by. What does my daughter do? She shows up at my doorstep when she's like 14 or 15 years old. What's she got on her back? She got a strap backpack with a big old fucking suitcase and stuff, and she's wearing high heel pumps that are about fucking 3.5 inches long. She's wearing shorts that are coming up to her camel toe, and she's got a little halter top on. Come knocking on the door, man. This is just right after I happened to divorce my wife. I was heavy into drugs and spinning out, and then you have your daughter who's 15 years old who comes in and starts lingerieing her clothing. I let her inside of the fucking house. I go into my bedroom. I'm doing my own thing. She comes fucking bouncing into the room. "Hey, Daddy, what do you think?" Fucking and a two-piece bathing suit with her fuck me pumps on. "What do you think, Dad? Huh?" Sticking her ass out to me. "What do you think, Dad?" I think it's very nice, baby. And I turn around, I ignore her. She goes at it. She leaves the room. She comes fucking bouncing in, fucking, "Hey, Daddy, what do you think?" Another fucking bathing suit, sticking her fucking ass in me. Is Dad, am I a human? I'm looking at my child like, I want to eat you up, and you're acting like a fucking whore in front of me, man, and I don't like it. That's what I was thinking. I didn't say anything. I just nodded my head, "Yeah, nice." But when she came in a third time with the third bathing suit, that's when I had to put it to an end. And I said, "I don't know who the fuck you think I am. I'm not your fucking John. Okay? If you're coming from somebody's fucking house, man, I don't do that fucking kind of shit. You're my fucking daughter, man. I mean, my daughter is gorgeous. She's a knockout. Come into my house fucking sticking her ass out in front of her dad like that? No good deed goes unpunished. Seed of Satan. That's what my daughter has no clue, that she's the seed of Satan. Her mother and I were both on drugs when she was conceived. She's the seed of Satan. Her actions clearly show that she is the seed of Satan. My daughter is the seed of Satan. She's going to burn in hell. She rebuked me in Jesus Christ's name. Brilliant. Let me point something out to you Christians, okay? You worship a God who wants to protect men that kidnap children out of their homes, stick them in little box rooms like this, chain them to a wall, beat them, prod them, fuck them, electrocute them, and do everything that's an abomination to them. 7 young children, 6 and 7 years old, stuffing their penises down their mouth, making them gag all over the fucking shit, and then you guys want to fucking worship that shit? A man, Jesus Christ, is going to protect that piece of fucking shit that does that kind of fucking heinous crime, and all he's got to do is call on the name Jesus Christ and you're saved. "Oh, Jesus, thank you, man. While I'm going to go out and find me another woman to fucking rape. I'm going to find me somebody else to fucking kill." A man who kidnaps a child, goes and sodomizes her, rapes her, destroys her, kills her, and then throws her in a fucking shallow grave. And all that man's got to do is say, "Oh, Jesus, please save me for what I've done. What a heinous thing I've done. I'm really sorry. But knowing that you're going to save me and all I got to do is profess your name, I'm going to go out and get me another woman. I'm going to go out and rape me another woman. I'm going to go out and rape me another child inside of the church. Think about what you are worshiping. You are worshiping a man that wants to protect murderers. People that go in other countries and kick in their fucking doors, you hail them as heroes. I got news for you. This country was built on the backbone of fucking demons. You understand that? Your ancestors, your kings, your queens, your presidents, your governors, your assemblymen, they're all fucking of the devil. They're all the seed of the fucking devil. They came over to this country. They raped, robbed, and pillaged. And then you fucking idiots are like, America's the greatest country on the face of the earth. Yeah, lights out, bitch. That's what you fucking deserve. You rotten little fucking pussy, weak-minded motherfuckers. That's what you all are. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, save me from my sins as I rape my child inside of the home for fucking 8-9 years, Lord. Save me. You're so good to me. My daughter, she feels so good. I just can't help myself. My son, he feels so good. I love his little booty. You fucking people walking around at the fucking mall too much, fucking shaking your fucking ass and pushing your fucking tits on TikTok. You're all gonna burn, don't you get it? You have been taught wrong. You have been led astray. You have been led to believe that a man who died on a cross is going to save you. A man who wants to be the dead, the God of both the dead and the living. Jesus wants to be the God of that man that's sodomizing a little child that he just raped, and maybe he's going to beat to death and then bury her into a fucking shallow hole. And you guys are all like, oh, Jesus, save me, fucking Jesus. I know you got my back, man. I'm going to go tear me up another piece of ass. There's this little girl that I've been checking out at the school. Ooh, Jesus. I've been thinking a lot about her, Jesus. Will you protect me? Because I'm going to go get her, Jesus. I love you so much, Jesus, because you cover my sins and you let me fuck anything I want, as many as I want, as long as I want, and then you let me bury him in a shallow grave, Lord. I love you, Jesus, man. You are so good. You guys are all going to fucking burn. I can't stand you fucking Christians. When Jesus said, many will come in my name and deceive many, he's talking about Christians. You're the fucking many that come in his name, you nitwits. You're so fucking blind, you can't fucking see a thing, man. You are the fucking dead. You're the walking dead. You understand that? They made a movie just for you fucking numbnuts, man. It's called The Walking Dead. They are mocking the fucking shit out of you Christians. You guys are fucking like this. By the millions, you guys are just on your way to fucking hell, burning in the fucking fire, shaking your ass on TikTok. Look at me. Like these titties, your skin, your meat is gonna burn and bubble off your fucking skin when you're no mirrors in hell, folks, because believe me, if there's a mirror in hell and you saw your fucking ugly, hideous, fucking demonized, faggot, maggot, fucking fecal matter pieces of fucking shit that you are, Christians, Hinduisms, Muslims, anybody that worships anything other than the Spirit of God, who's one God, is going to burn in the hellfire. And if the Spirit of God uses my soul, if he fills my soul with his Spirit at death and he saves me, all he's going to know is I want to come back for all you Christians, all you stupid fucking mothers that lied to your children about God and told them that Jesus was God, all you stupid fucking fathers that told your children that Jesus Christ was God, all you fucking children that learned that Jesus Christ was God and have started teaching your children that Jesus Christ is God, you fucking devil worshippers. Rip it out and shove it right down your fucking throats. This is White Raptor News Ministries. We don't do things with love at this channel. We admonish people the right way. Wake the fuck up or burn.